The all-consuming Red Death. 600 years ago, King Arthur led the Great Escape from the homelands, where our kingdoms were ravaged by the plague. Leading people to Avalon, he started the Age of Conquest and took the island from the Four Dwellers. Using the mysterious powers of Menhirs, together with Merlin, they cleansed the land of the Weirdness, a primordial force of chaos and possibility. But now, long after the death of the king, Camelot is in shambles as Avalon fractures into chaos. Old legends are gone, and the Weirdness is creeping back into our lands. The bleeding heart of the plague has started beating once more, and the Red Death has returned. Rulers of the island asylum, an order of the Red Priests, are desperate to stop it by any means necessary. Rotting in one of their cells is a stranger who might bring a spark of change to this cursed island stuck in everlasting autumn.
Rise and shine, rise and shine. Yes, it's me again. And I hope this time you'll cooperate, without me needing to repeatedly hit you in the face, eh? Look, we just have to get this over and done with. Unless you want a visit from someone upstairs. And trust me, you don't. Just like before, no food until we're done here. And the moment you start getting on my nerves, we're going back to my tried and tested fists. So, tell me, what were you doing in the forest when the Red Shields caught you? Hunting? I wouldn't take you for a hunter, but as they say upstairs, looks can be deceiving. And you're, what, hunting just to get by? Or do you do something with your catch? And yet you look like a beggar. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. We must have taken all you had when you came here. Okay, that was easier than I expected. Now, unfortunately, we'll have to start...
always found it puzzling that these people won't bathe. You, I understand. You're literally rotting in this damned cell. But them? There's just no excuse for the stench. There they are. Finally. I know. You've a million questions. But they'll have to wait. One of these keys will open your cell. When you get out, head left. I'll scout ahead.
Do you see what a miracle I am? Healed. Healed. I am no longer sick. The depths filled with the weirdness. Oh, and a chamber. It was rather dreadful, I must admit. They left me here for some time. I can't quite remember. I felt everything within me turn inside out, then settle back into place once more. I thought I was dying, but now all is well. The worst is behind me. You don't need to help me. The Red Priests already did. They cured me. Thanks to them, I feel just fine now. I hope the same fate awaits you and you'll no longer suffer. Have a nice day, kind sir.
Drip, drip, drip. Do you hear it? Soon the king will return. I told the priests. They laughed, but they'll soon see for themselves. Drip, drip, drip. The storm is gathering. At last, the age of resurrections shall end, and then the once and future king will return. I cannot wait to behold his radiance, drip after drip. With each drop, it gets closer and closer. None of us are free. We are all bound, all bound. And to go? No. I don't want to. I found my place to await the king. You can go if you want, but you won't get far. We are all bound, all bound. Drip after drip, closer and closer.
Stay alert. My wounds make me stronger. Reveal yourself. Your sins will be punished. We'll send you into the abyss. Your death is certain. You'll suffer for your sins. The Prophet wants you dead. You'll suffer for your sins.
Who's there? Forgive me, but my eyes fail me these days. You shouldn't be here. I'm very, very sick. I am Brother Sirius. Your question suggests that you are not one of the Red Priests. Did you escape your cell? You really should have stayed there. We can't let the plague spread any further. Although, I understand. All of it. The patience. The madness around. Somewhere along the way, we lost ourselves. The mission to find a cure became a burden. I can't tell who you are, but I'm so sorry for all that we've done. It's a shame, but when you're fighting a losing battle, sometimes there's just no other way. When I discovered that I'd fallen ill, I asked to be placed in a cell. I sought to understand the experiments from the patient's perspective. To learn which stimuli provoke the strongest reactions. And I also wanted to equip my brothers with new tools for their work. 4th stage, if I'm not mistaken. We've identified 6, so I'm not far from my end. The 1st stage is the most treacherous, when the symptoms are almost invisible. But that's when the disease spreads fastest. It was the same with me. From the 2nd to 4th stages, the symptoms become visible. Fever, tooth loss, painful sores, festering wounds that won't heal. The last 2 stages are visceral, the worst possible. The victim's insides burn up, turning to mush. The brain starts to die, and the body becomes a mindless shell. That's what's ahead of me. We've had some success treating it up to the 4th stage. But it's still a gamble. Sometimes we manage to push the disease from stage 3 back to stage 1, only to see it jump to stage 5 as soon as treatment stops. We believe that with the weirdness, we could eliminate this randomness. The weirdness, my child, is pure potential. That's the theory. In practice, we tried to direct its power where we needed it most. The effects, shall we say, varied. May the Prophet's word be a safe haven for you.
The Prophet wants you dead.
You're not one of them. Please, free me. That's not the kind of freedom I'm asking for. There's no saving me now. Even if I could escape, I'd only be putting others at risk. You have to kill me. And when it's done, please, take my tags to the Horns of the South. Let Fergus know I didn't run. He's the quartermaster of the Horns of the South. It's a keep. If you make it out, you should be able to see its lighthouses from the beach. Thank you. May the All-Mother bless you.
Everything, I swear. Wait, you're not... You're a prisoner. Go. Escape while you still can. You want to know about our failure? There's nothing left to say. We can't help you anymore. Run. Run away from here. We wanted a better asylum. Something better than we had under Vaughn's control. He's the one responsible for the torture, for the sick experiments. No, they came for me and locked me up here. Vaughn's men aren't evil. They're just afraid of him. I'm not sure how long it's been. Days, weeks, I don't remember. It was all for nothing. Changing things for the better is rare. Not this time. But it was worth the effort. We really wanted to help those people. We wanted to improve their condition. But we knew with Father Vaughn in charge, nothing would change. We wanted to get rid of him, poison him. But somehow he found out. At least about me. I'm not sure about the others. I never said anything about them. A shame, yes. Maybe we waited too long. We knew Vaughn was a madman, but we were afraid. We didn't know how many supported his methods. Turns out it was only a few, but it was enough. No, I won't make it. Besides, they threw me into a cell that once held a patient in the final stages of the disease. I'm probably sick already. Go. Don't worry about me. I'm not worth it.
And who the hell are you? Another one of those red dogs? Say a prayer to your goddess and get ready to die, scum! Then why are ye dressed in their bloody rags? Well, I see ye bear the marks of torture too. Maybe the priest messed with your mind, because one more moment and ye'd be dead. It didn't break your spirit, I say. That's good, but save your strength for the red pricks if you want to make it out of this place. Nothing good. They thought they'd break me fast like some Camaloshan wimp. Big mistake on their part. Besides, I doubt they were waking you up with a kiss on your forehead either. Conquer, from the Dalriata pup, if you hadn't already guessed that much. Really? Now's a good time for a chat. You think the red pricks will just wait around while we gab? If you make it to the Forlorn Swords, you'll meet the tribes. Right now, you'd better focus on getting your arse out of here. With great bloody difficulty, that's how. Those bastards laid a trap, hoping I'd be easy pickings. They ended up needing damn near a full army to take me down. There was mead. There were women. One thing led to another, and I woke up with my pants around my ankles, surrounded by gobshites in red. I was fighting with me bare arse hanging out, and I still managed to kill a dozen of them, useless knobs. Someone must have put something in the mead. I don't know. Barely saw anything, because I was either knocked out or had blood in me eyes. You're lucky to have someone risking their own arse to help you out. No time for a chinwag, just get the hell out of here.
trying to escape, my child? That's very brave of you, I must say. Escape? Me? But this is exactly where I should be. I appreciate your offer, but I believe fate has brought me here for a reason. That's why I'll stay and see what happens. Torture, you say? That's very interesting. I haven't experienced any torture here. I know that whatever ails me, the Red Priests will do everything they can to heal me. I doubt that. You'll soon see that things aren't always what they seem at first glance. This way of thinking has never failed me. Safe travels, my child. May fate be on your side.
You're not a priest. Get out of here. Go away before they see you with me. Help? There's nothing wrong with me anymore. The priests cured me, you see. I just need a few days to recover, and then I'll be able to go home. I look much better already. In a few days, you won't even see a trace of the illness. See? I don't need your help.
Can you hear me? Hear me. Can go now. Now. Now.
took your sweet time, eh? But I understand. I did too, when I was leaving this place for the first time. You have to admit that the Red Priests are quite resourceful. At least when it comes to death and dying. Great question, truly. But in case you hadn't noticed, we're still within the walls of the island asylum. When we're out, then we can talk. I'm told this path leads to the beach. I'll wait for you there until dusk. Good luck.
Stay back. I may not be in top shape, but I can tear you to pieces if I have to. So, you escaped too? Huh. They're having quite a day. Good. I hope it gets even worse. This whole place is mad. From a safe distance this time. They play with powers they don't understand. Trying to wrangle the weirdness into obedience is a fool's dream. The weirdness might listen, but blind obedience is not in its nature. Same as you, I guess. Wrong time, wrong place. I was wandering through Kunakt and got caught in an outbreak. I was kept with the rest at first, but when they figured out I was a Pict, well, then I deserved special treatment. One of the priests took me to a place so thick with weirdness, it scared me. I needed to get away, otherwise, I don't know what would have happened. I just know whatever it wasn't for me. Why indeed? Perhaps it's a test of patience. My hair tangles mercilessly around them. I even need to wear head wraps to hide them. I hate wearing head wraps. It should, although I admit that the past few weeks have made me hate the taste. Still, thank you. There isn't much kindness going around this place. It wouldn't be very gracious of me not to repay it, would it? Take this. It might prove useful for you. Ah.
It's not here.
Been waiting a long time for someone to find me. Are you here to help me leave this place? I wish I could answer. I cannot remember. I know I am not complete. I remember I once knew who I was at some point, but I do not anymore. I just am. I do not know. I think it is some kind of prison deep in the weirdness. And you? Why are you here? Are men here? That would explain the weirdness surrounding us. But walk with me. Let's find out together, now that I'm free. I remember arriving on the shores of Avalon. That was the beginning of everything. But there were doubts and questions. How does it feel to leave your homeland behind? To keep moving forward, even though every step takes you into the unknown? The Four-Dwellers quickly made it clear to us. If we wanted to call this place home, we'd have to fight for it, down to the last drop of blood. In the end, we won the war. Merlin stole the sacred flame of the Four-Dwellers and ignited the Menhirs, driving away the mist and clearing the nights of weirdness. It was the first time we uncovered the secrets hidden within the Menhirs. Still, the land of Avalon honored our toil. It soaked up our sweat, our suffering, and our blood. In time, it rewarded us. Here in Avalon, we were given the chance to create great things. Camelot, the eternal castle, the capital of all humankind, was meant to be a symbol of that. We left the homelands to survive. The plague had consumed everything we once knew. We thought we'd escaped it, but the Red Death returned like a spectre to haunt us. Once again, it began to devour our home.
his hunger, the craving for what was beyond reach. I am the price paid for touching the unreal.
I can see through the mist, but it's still all so unclear. I've dreamt of countless deaths for such a long time. Yes, it's time to wake. I am Arthur Pendragon. I led humans to Avalon shores. I built the great halls of Camelot. Thank you for bringing me here. I believe I owe you, young one. I appreciate it, but let us leave decorum and honors for times of leisure. For now, we need to make way for Avalon. I have to see my kingdom again. I trust you'll accompany me. Or would you rather stay in this wretched place? Trust me, I wish I knew. I remember death, then darkness, a terrible loneliness, ages upon ages of solitude. And these are all the details I have. Perhaps, in time, I'll remember more. I am not sure. Yet I learned to be grateful of fortunate outcomes, even if they come unexpected. It seems to be a place located between life and death. Or maybe a place that can defy death. But why was it created? By whom and when? These I'm unable to answer. But that's enough questions for now. Let us walk together and see the kingdom forged so long ago. After years of struggle, my people in Avalon finally live in peace and prosperity. I must see the legacy of the Age of Conquest with my own eyes. My Camelot in all its glory. What is happening? No! I see now. I am not whole. You have only freed a part of me. I'm not strong enough. For now, I will have to journey by your side until my strength returns. I'll see the world through your eyes. In return, I'll lend you what strength I have. You are a surprising acquaintance, and it will be a pleasure to travel with someone of your disposition. And since it seems that fate has bound us together, let us make the best of it. Seeing my legacy through the eyes of another, a true picture of Avalon, not one crafted specifically for the king, may prove to be an interesting experience. Oh, what an adventure this will be.
There you are. It took you a while. I was getting worried you wouldn't make it. I even realized that I didn't get a chance to introduce myself. I'm Caradoc, your savior. What kept you so long? Figured you would. A place like that doesn't let anyone through easy. But you're standing here, looking healthier than last time. So I'm guessing you found something worth the trouble. You found him. I'm truly sorry it turned out to be you. Well, it seems that the Red Priests managed to succeed in at least one of their experiments. You were able to go deep into the weirdness, survive, and even bring a piece of our king's soul back with you. I don't have to explain that this isn't something that happens every day. My job is to make sure it won't ever happen again. And this means you have to die. I'm truly sorry. I'm sorry, but that had to be done. It shouldn't leave any lasting damage. I had to do it. I had to get rid of the parasite that infested you a moment ago. You've seen, no, you've felt what he's capable of. This power can't be unleashed on Avalon. Not again. I could, but I have no issue with you. Only with what you carry within you. This means you're safe, unless you decide to stand against me. You are much more valuable to me alive than dead. You've found yourself in the middle of a mess that's been brewing for 600 years. Every single time things go down the shitter on this island, a bunch of cowards in Camelot bring our once and future king back from the dead. It's happened before. It will happen again. And soon. My journey, my mission, is to stop this from happening. No, but thanks to you, I finally destroyed a piece of him I couldn't have reached otherwise. And from where I stand, that's progress. What the Red Priests did to you must have been horrible. And yet, you've gained a unique ability to contain Arthur's powers within you. And what can be contained can be killed. That is why your assistance might be of help on my journey. My goal is to destroy King Arthur. To get rid of him, once and for all. There are pieces of his soul scattered across Avalon. I could use help in finding, collecting, and destroying them. He's the reason the world as we know it is coming to an end. Every time they resurrect him, the weirdness grows stronger. Soon it will cover all of Avalon, and nobody will survive that. I've been cleaning this mess for a long time now, and I truly wish for this nightmare to end. I stand against the most powerful being Avalon has ever seen. This requires caution. What would you do were you in my place? Kindly ask your target if it wants to be killed. Please. And if you really must know, the spell I used on my sword couldn't have harmed you. I knew that, you were surprised, I got the upper hand, and now you're safe and sound. Can we leave this behind, or did I judge you incorrectly and you'd like to waste some more of our time and cry about it some more? The plan is to steal Excalibur, or at least what's hiding within that damn blade. A piece of our king is bound to it, and so it needs to be destroyed. We'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. The sword is kept in the Horns of the South. It's a fortress, but if someone has this emblem, they can enter freely. Here, pin it to your clothes. If you decide to help me, you should get in without any issues. When you do, find the captain. Brendan's his name. He'll tell you the rest. And yet I still gave you an opportunity to do so. You'll have plenty of time to think about it on the boat. Definitely. And all of them essential. But I have to leave you for a while. You should get some rest first. Judging by the waves, our journey won't be pleasant. Set up a camp and get some sleep. Then we'll sail for the Horns of the South. Ah, and here. Have some cobweb. Throw that into the fire and you'll be safe from the weirdness. Just in case I don't come back before nightfall.
I should be gone. I should be gone. And yet, here we are. Whatever he tried, it must have failed. Something must have gone wrong. For him. For us, it was a stroke of luck. Hatred, yes. That much I understood. But why? What did I take from him that he would go so far? He speaks as if he knows me. As if he has seen something I have not. And yet, I reach for it, and there is nothing. I felt him strike. For a moment, there was nothing. No weight, no voice, no self. Just silence. But then, you pulled me back, didn't you? Or have I never left? I don't... Not much. That isn't right. I should remember. I should. All I know is that I left my kingdom strong, prosperous. It should have grown. It must have flourished in my absence. No. It seems that I should, but I don't. He knew me, spoke with certainty, with anger. But to me, he's a stranger. If he was a part of my past, then that past has been taken from me. I need to regain it. It seems so. If Caradoc is hunting for more pieces of my soul, we should definitely claim them first. When we do, I should grow stronger. I should remember. I should be whole. Let's go then, young one. Let's not waste any more time. I left my kingdom strong. It should have only grown stronger in my absence. And if something threatens it now, then I will see it restored.
Ready? Hop on the boat.
The sea was restless, waves slamming against the hull as you left the island asylum behind. Caradoc's boat cut through the black waters, its course set for Avalon's shores. Then the deep stirred. A shudder ran through the vessel from neither wind nor tide, but from something far below. A presence, ancient and watching. And then it struck. The boat lurched violently, wood splintering as the sea itself rose in fury. A shadow moved beneath the surface, vast, coiling, inescapable. The next wave swallowed everything. Darkness took you. Salt filled your lungs, and then light. The crash of waves, the cold kiss of wet sand. You were alive. The sea had spared you, but not without a cost.
Oi! Oi! Where do you think you're going? This is my spot. You can, take the other side. Just don't get greedy. What do you think? Doesn't hurt that it pays well, if the keepers don't catch you. They're barely around anyway. Aye, it is. So what? It's just stone. Not like I'm chopping up the man himself. Maybe he'd be more respected if his entire bloody kingdom wasn't in a shambles. What kind of king leaves no heir, only to show up now and then, wave his sword and fix nothing? This statue's done more for me and my family than Arthur ever did.
must have had their fun with you. Who had you as their plaything? The church? The druids? Some band of cutthroats? But it doesn't matter now that you're free. I'm Abigail, a knight. I swore my sword to my lady's will, and she kept me close, until she had no more use for me. Now, I walk alone, but a shadow never strays too far. You look wretched, and you smell like death. I've seen people like you before. Broken, worn down, dragged through the mud. If you've had enough of it all, I could grant you an honorable death. In a proper duel, you lived like a cur, but you could die like a knight. Wouldn't that be just splendid? Just say the word. Farewell, Wanderer.
What's happening? In the name of the All-Mother, what are you doing? I could have stabbed you. Wait, I haven't seen you before. All right, true. Why didn't you, eh? You could have killed me. So you're not one of them bandits, then? Who are you, huh? This pin. I can't say I see it very clearly at this present moment, but it does look important. Very official. But I remember Fergus said something about all this, these emblems once. Oh, yes, I remember now. I welcome thee, ye, royal person, on behalf of the keepers. You are a great friend to our own. Welcome. Please, speak with Fergus. He's our quartermaster. He runs things around here in the captain's absence. He'll greet thee properly. Have a pleasant rest of the day. Open it up, boys!
Welcome! In the name of our eternally reigning Majesty King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Tables, I am obliged to inform you that fighting those who actively break the law and reject the rule of the crown is the duty and pride of every subject. As Camelot's representative, I will be paying a bounty of 10 gold pieces for the death of each bandit roving the area, as long as adequate proof is provided. I also recommend checking the bounty board for information on wanted criminals, especially those considered particularly dangerous. Please, state your business. That's correct. My name is Killian. I was sent here from the capital to see how the Horns of the South are handling the bandit problem, and also to encourage the Keepers to fight. The situation with the Pict and Del Rita savages is precarious. Too bad we can't get rid of them as easily as we did with the Druids. There have also been rumors that we might soon have a civil war on our hands, so Camelot cannot afford to spread our forces too thin. Well, you've probably heard about the Druids making human sacrifices by stuffing people into wicker puppets and setting them on fire. Well, the people decided to give them a taste of their own medicine. They rounded them all up and then sent them up in smoke. Oh, how they must have howled and sizzled. Too bad I couldn't see it. Yep, made human sacrifices, prayed to the dark gods, brought the weirdness back. Bunch of bastards. Good thing they're worm food now. Most of them, the survivors have supposedly taken refuge with savages in the woods, and one of them is rumored to be hiding in the Horns area. But whether that was before or after the Charred Conclave, I don't know. Would you like to hear about him? His name was Slaudyard. He was lurking near Blood Lake, a small pond where they used to throw the bodies of executed convicts. They say he would fish them out and use his magic to turn them into undead monsters. Supposedly, he started needing some fresher corpses, so he slaughtered one of the keepers. The Horns organized a manhunt. They found him and sentenced him to death. People say that the moment his body touched the surface of Blood Lake, the water turned red and it's been scarred since that day. Some say that Slaudyard came back from the dead and seeks revenge. But if you ask me, it's just a tale by local simpletons. There are rumors that the Reader tribes want to unite, and that would mean open war with Camelot. As for those pig savages, they've been growing bold, leaving their forest. For now, it's just been small scrimmages. But who knows how it would end. I don't really have much more to tell. It's hard to get any updates here. I only know that the new Lancelot has not been very popular, and that's putting it mildly. The Witch Morgaine would have been burnt at the stake long ago if everyone weren't so afraid of her. And then we have the commoners who seem to keep forgetting their place, and loudly demanding changes. Everything is falling apart. None so far. The keepers don't want to risk being turned into pincushions for a mere 10 gold pieces. Besides, the captain banned them from leaving the Horns of the South without a good reason. Too many bandits and not enough keepers. Well, Camelot would send a group of knights with Sir Galahad at the head, and he's not interested in half measures. He'd probably burn down half the garrison, or hang them. He's done both. By the way, did you know that people who are hanged rarely die from strangulation? Usually the sudden jolt causes the backbone to snap, which separates the head from the body. A while ago I saw someone hanged in the village, and it's true. One snap, and it's done. No matter what you say about him, he's very efficient. Brutal, even by my standards, but efficient. Oh, sure, plenty. Did you know that apparently if you cut off someone's head, they don't die straight away, but remain conscious for a few moments? If someone dies in a damp, closed-off space, sometimes, but very rarely, their body creates a thin layer of wax on the surface of the skin. I heard that a body decomposes in water 4 times faster than on land. I need to think. If I remember anything, I'll let you know. Oh, hey, before you go, I can see the bloodlust in your eyes, you know. It takes one to know one. So here's some friendly advice, free of charge. If you're seeking scum to slay, you'll find bandits in the ruins of a merchant settlement nearby. It's worth visiting if you haven't already.
Oh, mother's tits! I've just about had it with this bunch of repressed virgins. And who might you be? You don't look like one of them.
Oh, do I now? You would be too if you had to deal with those sniveling morons when they're up to something. Don't look at me like that. You don't get as far in life as I have if you can't smell bullshit from a mile away. There's something fishy going on here. But I'll get to the bottom of it. And here's a brilliant idea. You're going to help me.
Straight to the point, huh? Don't worry, I'll pay you. And who knows, you might even get a discount on my wares. I just need you to go to Brandon and find out why that slime ball is pretending not to know I'm here. Tell him I'm waiting with his delivery. Although I'm pretty sure he knows this already.
You don't know? He's the captain of this entire circus. I thought since they let you in, you must have an in with him.
But it turns out you know even less than I do. There's something going on, you know? They don't want anybody to know, but I can feel it. I've been doing business with the captain for years now.
Then suddenly I found myself stuck here. They won't let me further in, not even to set up camp in the village. But they won't let me out either.
Anyway, good luck to you. Come and visit if you need anything. You do realize you won't score any points with the Keepers by helping me, right? Those holier-than-thou soldier boys have no idea what it takes to be a merchant in this sorry world. The things we have to do sometimes aren't exactly done according to the rulebook. All right. A woman named Nest has my cargo and I need it back.
I don't know where she is, but starting the search near the Arkspire seems like a good idea.
And yes, you'll get paid. Just bring me the wares.
Sir, I haven't seen you before. I wasn't expecting any guests, and you don't look like a new recruit. And yet, Odrin let you in. He's not drinking again, I hope. Most unfortunate, but that explains why you just strutted into the horns. I'm afraid I'll have to take action.
The name's Fergus, and I assume you already know that I'm the quartermaster here. Now, state your business.
And please, try to be convincing, or the walls of this fortress will be the last thing you'll ever see. Yes, I know. And that's why you're still standing in front of me. However, these pens were only given to certain people. They mean that in times of trouble, these people will always find a safe haven here in the Horns.
And that makes me wonder, what happened to your friend? Where is he? If what you're saying is true, he must have had a deal with somebody well above my pay grade, and that leaves only the captain.
However, if you're lying, then you might as well have just confessed to the murder of a Knight of the Round Table. But nobody's that much of a fool, I think. Fortunately for you, I've seen my fair share of morons in life, and you don't look like one. Fortunately for me, this pen only means that I'm to make sure you're safe in the Horns. Nothing about helping you out with whatever you're up to.
Anyway, welcome to the Horns of the South. Make yourself at home. Ninian. I knew the Red Death would take him. Damn shame. He was one of the good ones. You did right bringing this back. The Horns look after their own, even after they're gone. But, now that I think of it, how did you manage to get hold of his tag? Tortured? In the asylum? You can't expect me to take that at face value. Brother Rialgan said Ninian was too weak to survive the journey. They came for him, and we even held a symbolic keeper's burial for him. And what were you doing in the island asylum? You look fine, but if you were there, near him... I honestly think your sense of humor is the worst, but I have to respect your unwillingness to share your story. Still, You have to understand. Now that you've told me this, I'll be keeping a close eye on you. No risks can be taken when it comes to the Red Death. Excalibur. You want to pull it out? That's a good one. Well, be my guest. If you think you can, go ahead. But unless you're King Arthur reborn, I wouldn't count on it. We've been having trouble with the dead lately. The kind that don't want to rest in peace. There are more and more of them roaming the area. It might just be the weirdness, as it has been steadily creeping closer from the north, but somehow I doubt it. Anyway, I suggest you go see Marg first. He knows best what's going on there. He's our huntsman. He keeps us stocked with meat, so the lads don't have to live on fish alone. They get pretty grumpy when that happens. Right now, Marg is the only other person who's allowed to leave the keep. I'm not about to risk the life of our last link to the outside world, especially when you're so eager to lend a hand. Good. Try not to get yourself killed, and get rid of whatever's been causing the problem. Just as I thought. If you have friends among the knights, you'll want to talk to the captain. But that's not happening anytime soon. Because I said so. What? Did you really expect that you could just enter our keep and head straight for the captain's quarters? There wouldn't be much point in having walls and guards here if anyone could just do that, would there? So what? If you need rest, you can sleep in the barracks. It's no royal chamber, but it's better to sleep under a roof than under the stars, right? Especially in this horrible weather.
If you're here to see the healer, don't bother. He's a quack and a butcher who likes to watch people suffer. I came to him with a toothache, asked him to make me something for the pain, and you know what he did? He said my tooth is rotten, and then sent me to Osprey to get it pulled out. Sounds like horse crap. My grandma was smarter than your lot, and she couldn't even read.
She knew how to make a proper potion for toothache. If I were any good at mixing that stuff, I wouldn't need to deal with quacks like Heber.
I even gave him my grandma's recipe, but he said it was no good. No, Heber took it, the plonker. Said if I don't know how to make it, I shouldn't have it. And that he doesn't want some questionable homebrew medicine spreading through the keep.
Oh yeah? And then what? Another and then another? Give it a few years and I'd be left with no teeth at all! Ah, leave me alone.
Oi, friend. A question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work? Because he's riveting. It's good to see a new face in this sad hole.
Oh, of course. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Osbert, local master of hammers and anvils. Do you need your blade sharpened?
Oh, not really. Especially since we went into a lockdown a while ago. People used to come and go. Now and then a ship would make a stop at the village below, but nobody's really come around since. Well, since the entire shit show that's going down everywhere. Now that I think of it, you're the first they've let in. What'd you do? Who did you bribe? Oh, so you have friends in Camelot. Good for you. Of course I do. Those pins are peak craftsmanship, and very rare at that. We only gave them out on Camelot's orders. But when I look at you, well, it's pretty obvious you wouldn't be able to beat a knight. And even if you found one already dead, you'd sooner nick his armor than a pin you knew nothing about. Either way, good for you. Sometimes I wonder, how many things can go wrong at the same time. They say that misery loves company, but here, it's like we've done something to anger the gods, and they're taking their sweet revenge. First, we started hearing that the weirdness was spreading near Grubwood. Soon after that, we saw waves of bandits approaching from there. Desperate people. It took a lot of our territory. Then, the Del Rita tribes took over the All-Mother's Temple. And after that, the supply chains from Camelot collapsed for some reason. And so on and so forth. We're in quite a pickle, my friend. We've started betting on what's going to happen next. Sea monsters? Who knows? Yes, that damn forest north of here was already cursed and creepy. But now, I've heard it's an entirely different level of crazy. They say that some men here started going dark up north. With that, the weirdness started moving. And when the weirdness gets here, well, we're fucked. But you know that. Every child has heard the stories. That's... I don't know. It's hard to explain. They kept to themselves, perched in the mountains near the Forlorn Swords. Then something happened, and suddenly we saw ships arriving near our eastern shores. A couple days later, the tribes took over. One good thing is that the bandits aren't up to fighting with them. One bad thing, we aren't either. Truth be told, most of them are just people desperate to survive. When the villagers started dying out because of the weirdness, hunger, or raids, they lost their livelihoods, ended up with nothing to their names, and nowhere to go. So they banded together and started raiding whatever was left. Then they turned to killing each other. They're like rabid wolves. Too bad they're here now, too. Ha! Friend, I wish. But the only task I could use help with might be a bit too delicate for you to handle.
Unless you're a master goldsmith, then feel free to prove it, and I'll have work for you immediately. There's just not enough of them to go around. And now that we're on lockdown, there's not much demand for my services either. Listen, I said I don't have any jobs, as in things I'd pay you for doing. That doesn't mean I can't teach you a thing or two. If you're willing to learn, that is. Since you're free to wander about while I'm stuck in the keep, maybe we can make good use of that. You've probably bashed in the skull of a beast or two, right? The alchemists. They're likely snatching up the corpses, using the muck to cook their weird concoctions. But perhaps you'd rather craft yourself some armor from those hides, huh? We should start with something simple. Let's see. I'll give you some notes on how to make armor. You gather the materials and get to work. And when you're done, you can bring it over so I can see what you've made.
Oh, a new face. It's always nice to see someone new here. Welcome, welcome. Why didn't I notice you earlier? Yes, my apologies. Ever since breakfast today, I've been sort of lost in thought. I keep thinking of my dear mother's cooking, especially her famous pie. You see, all we got here is venison and fish. Venison, then fish. And then fish, fish, and more fish. I could live with all the bullshit that's thrown at us soldiers. But the longer I live, the more I realize there's not much to live for, except food. And I'd kill for a slice of that pie. As if it were that easy. I ain't much of a cook. And Rorik, the one we have here, well, he says we're soldiers, so we can stick our complaints up our asses. Really? Sure, I remember it well. Here you go. Yes. Still tastes like shit. Exactly how my mother would make it. It's just what I needed. Oh, don't get me wrong. I really appreciate what you did for me. It's just that every time I doubt my service in the Horns of the South, I need a reminder of why I enlisted. My mother wasn't much of anything, to tell the truth. She always said I was good for nothing and that I should be glad she even kept me. And every day she'd bring back home a new uncle. Many of those uncles like to kick me out of my own house when they were drinking and getting busy. Then, when she'd sober up and got rid of an uncle, she'd bake me that pie as an apology. It always tasted like shit. If the other villagers hadn't been feeding me, I would have starved to death. Hence the pie. Yeah, I do. So, despite the shitty weather and the world being on the verge of collapse, there's still nowhere else I'd rather be.
Die, die! I will bleed. I will bleed. Hold my sword. Your armor won't save you.
You're the reason they put me here. You just wait until they let me out. I'll beat you so hard your own mother won't recognize you. Come a little closer, so I can spit in your face. Nobody asked your opinion. I drink 'cause I want to. I drink 'cause guarding that empty gate is the most boring shit in the world. What's it to you, anyway, huh? Maybe I was drunk, but the gate was guarded. It's not your damn pin, I wouldn't even let you in. But all is not lost. We can still be friends. Listen, just pour something delicious down my throat, huh? And I'll forget this insult. I'm not guarding the gate right this second, am I? There's nothing wrong with having a little sip, right? Come on, don't be like that. Just a drop. That's all I ask. Oi, that's for me to decide. If you don't even want to help me with such a tiny thing, then get out of my sight. Me a throw parched to the bone, you grateful bastard.